There we go. Okay, so we might actually be live here. I just had the, hey guys, Gav here. Let me know if we are live. I'm seeing if I can get comments working here. I had the good system set up. I just did a stream on the Facebook page, facebook.com/callmegav, and I thought, well, I spent all the time and I got the good live streaming box dialed in. You know how it ticks me off, and I know it annoys some of you sometimes when we just have these quick, low quality streams. And I thought, well, let's do a better stream. I'm actually gonna swing in over here and see if I can get into the live chat right here. There we go. I see you. So check this out. I've got a camera which you can't see, with a microphone and a live streaming box streaming from a real camera through an HDMI connection over to here. And yeah, it's late, I know. And so I'm previewing here, and then I've got your live stream coming in right here, which I think I can actually see. Yep, as you guys are chatting there. Just kind of adjusting here and watching those chats come in. So anyways, just kind of a quick Q&A live stream, a little bit of randomness tonight because I'm like, I have a good camera set up. We have to take advantage of that. I mean, I have the light panel set up. I have the good camera set up. And so why not, right? Let's do it. Let's do this. Okay, I'm going into court tomorrow on these bogus charges: harassment and obstructing a law enforcement officer for filming a cop. I had an arraignment kind of on 9/19, kind of a probable cause hearing where they totally ignored it and found probable cause anyway because the judge said, well, I'm here to find probable cause. I argued the merits. They did what they wanted. Now they've actually assigned it to a new judge who's not actually a judge. He's a lawyer from another county that they're going to send over and move the courtroom, right? Because the judges around here don't want to deal with me, and they all know me, so they're like, oh, let's just set something up from out of town so we can give the illusion of justice and that we're being bipartisan, right? So here's how this works. If you guys have never been to court, they arrest you, they release you for money, so it's your kidnapping, then it's your ransom. But then they don't stop with after you just pay the ransom. Then you go through all this right here, okay? These are all hearings and court dates, all right? Some of them, like tomorrow, for example, there's like 3 on the same day, okay? So I have October 13th. I filed a motion to get my phone back. They're going to talk about that and probably find a reason not to give my phone back, which has all the evidence. Pre-trial, plea hearing, okay, and then these are trial dates. So that's tomorrow in Moses Lake, Washington at 10 a.m. at the district court, okay? They moved it from the courthouse where I had it last time, assigned this new fake judge, and here we go. Now, these are trial dates, okay? Same thing. Different dates. This is November 13th, scheduled for 2 days. The funny thing here is they have the prosecuting attorney listed as Patrick Kennedy, which was the officer, the local goon here in town that arrested me. It would be hilarious if he was the prosecuting attorney because that guy always loses his temper and says stupid things. It must be a typo. Like, it would be too much. It would be too good. So here's the thing. They have the bail, right? $2,000 cash bail. They have, which theoretically you could get back. They have they have my phone, which Kennedy took illegally without a warrant. So now we go and we're going to talk about these things, and they're gonna play pretend law because that's what they are. They're pretend lawyers, they're pretend judges, they're pretend law enforcement. They don't enforce the law. They don't represent the law. They barely even know the law. They're simply there with the point of a gun to enforce their will, and that's what this is all about. And I want to be clear about this. I hate going to court, okay? I don't like being on their turf where they control all the cards and hold a gun to your head. It's not a good place to be, and I would recommend all of you out there that we just avoid that whenever possible. There's no justice in the courts. Okay, we don't have any due process. There's no officers that protect the Constitution or honor their oath, not in the whole country. That's just a fact. If anybody can prove me wrong on that, go for it. You know, people are like, oh, Gavin's generalizing. Gavin hates cops. No, I love them enough to tell the truth, just like I'm telling you guys the truth. If anyone can find me a cop who honors their oath anywhere in the country, first person to do it, I will give you $500. Now, that offer has been out for like 9 months now, and all these people that are always accusing me of being full of it and generalizing cannot produce one, period. Because if you become a good cop, you get fired. Because Blue ISIS is not about good cops. It's about people who will do what they're told and support the system. All right? So what do we do? What do we do? You just got to keep speaking out. And the best thing I know to do, I mean, I'm going to court not because I want to play their court games. As much as possible, I'm just going in and telling the truth. You know, my appeal's to heaven, and I'm just not there to play their games, okay? But I do go there because it has nothing to do with magic words that you speak or whether you get the right lawyer or anything like that. In the end, really, I mean, not to say a lawyer can never help that's a member of their club. Usually they don't really. But there's a few, you know. The lawyer that represented me in my last case, he did well. He understood. He got it. But we still lost because they rigged the jury, they rigged the trial, they rigged the evidence. This is how it works. But you have to just press on and speak the truth. But most of all, you'll notice that I do most of my truth speaking out of the courtroom. I get out of that courtroom and I tell you what happened. I air their dirty laundry, and that is very important. I hear from people a lot that are being persecuted and railroaded, and I'm like, pick up your camera, name their names in your county, your sheriff, your judges, your prosecutors. Air every bit of their dirty laundry. Tell your community what's happening. And almost never do you guys do that. And I cannot express this enough. They're always going to say, be quiet. Be quiet. That's what the system wants you to do. Which is exactly why you need to do the opposite, okay? What the evil Blue ISIS, Blue Syndicate system is telling you to do, and their cronies, do the opposite with principle and honor. Air their dirty laundry. If there's a surge, if your neighbors and your circle of influence is seeing you speak out, and they might, if one person does it, they're like, oh, he's just complaining. If 10 of their friends are doing it, they're going to start to maybe see a little bit, guys. So we have to speak. We have to keep voicing that, and that's very important. Okay, so I'm just kind of going back and forth, looking at this chat and chatting with you guys. I think we've about covered it. I see there's a bunch of trolls in here, and rest assured, we'll be doing some. Hang on a second. Well, I just got back. Let me check. I don't think my computer's in here yet. Is my computer in here? No, it's too late now. Okay, guess it's not in here right now. So we're good. Normally I mod myself, but the way I have the system set up tonight, I'm still getting the better live streaming. I'm using a Terra deck right now, and for this better picture quality. And I just don't have an interface right here on this particular one. For some reason, this account that I'm watching the chat on is not set up to moderate, which is highly annoying. I thought we had that taken care of. But we'll get them trolls out of there and keep it going. So hey Miami, hey guys, I see you in there, and just don't let them get you down, okay? And I did a video, a Facebook video last week, and I just letting people know I'm sorry. I'm sorry for the pain that you're allowed to be put through by the courts and the police. I'm sorry that our nation tolerates this. We're a nation of fascism. We're not a nation of freedom. You know, all this stupid fake patriotism. These colors don't run and come and take it and all this stuff. All these fake patriots out there pretending that we're still free are just lying to themselves. We have no gun rights recognized. We have no speech recognized by the court. They do whatever they want. The police do what they want. They kill who they want. And I'm sorry. I'm sorry for America. America is a shameful, unjust, fascist nation who abuses the entire world and its own people. And I'm not going to dishonor those who died for freedom by pretending we have it now. And you shouldn't either. It's time to stop letting people get away with this whole, like, I'm proud of America, I'm proud. I'm proud of what? Proud of us murdering millions of babies? Proud of us locking millions of people in prisons? Proud of us denying due process to every person? Proud of police murdering more people than almost any country in the world? What exactly are you proud of if you're proud of America? I'd like to know. And it's time to start asking those tough questions and loving people enough to call them out on this nationalistic foolishness. What are you proud of? You proud of the fact that America hates everybody? That we're filled with arrogance and pride and ego? Are you proud of the fact that we abuse the weak, the widow, the fatherless, and the innocent? Are you proud of the fact that our Constitution is trampled like shredded paper in the mud and that not one officer or judge will defend it? I'm sorry, what are we proud of in America? Because I'm ashamed of America. America is a shame to those who died for freedom. America is a shame to those who defended people's rights in the Constitution. We're an absolute joke. We're the laughingstock of the world, and we use our force, our violence, and our power to bring our tyranny all over the world. And if people don't like it, we just kill them. And then we say, well, they were terrorists. We're the terrorists. The USA are the terrorists, you guys. We terrorize the entire world, and we allow our government to terrorize our neighbors and this entire country. The police are blue ISIS. The police officer's job is to intimidate, threaten, rob, kidnap, terrorize, extort, and kill, not to enforce the law. And that's a fact. And if this makes you uncomfortable, it's about time. It's about time. So I'm sorry to all those of you that are suffering, and I wish I could do more, but I'm just saying, speak out. And to those of you that have the opportunity, speak out for those next to you and stand up. And let's step up. You know, you've got football players kneeling for the anthem, yeah. The football players are acting more like patriots than the veterans in the armed services who are in there following orders and holding their hand to their heart and pretending that because the flag is waving, we're free. That's not freedom that we have in this nation. And if our officers and if our veterans were defending freedom, if they had succeeded, they always say, well, I defended your freedom, you have no right to talk to me like that. If they had defended our freedom, we wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be charged for filming an officer. The Bundys would not be in prison. Leonard Peltiers and Ammon Bundys and Schaefer Coxes and Jeff Winehouses would not be in prison. It would not be tolerated. It would not be tolerated that our police enforcers, that blue ISIS kills 1,000 people every year with no due process. That would not be tolerated. The patriots of our founding, they revolted and cast off their government over a handful of people being killed by the enforcers and because of their tyranny. And here we are today, we have the gall to pretend that we're patriots or that we're defending freedom, you know, the veteran, the officer, etc. It's not that I don't have respect for any veterans. I know lots of veterans who get it and they're trying to stand up. But when I see people out there and they're saying like, oh, Gavin, if you actually did anything, you would know what it was really like to be a patriot. Or like, oh, I'm a veteran, I defended your freedom. It's like, you what? I'm out here defending freedom every day, trying to speak out. And there's others next to me doing the same. There's a few of us out here. Some of you guys are doing it. And then you got these petulant, egotistical, nationalistic cop, veteran, tacked out, fake patriot 3%ers running around with their Trump flag and their blue line flag while they say they're going to take it out of my cold dead hands, even as they support the people killing their neighbor and taking it out of their cold dead hands. It's the definition of insanity that we have in our patriot movements today. They're not patriots. If you support the blue, if you back the administration, if you back the system that's perpetrating this, you're not a patriot. You're not a 3%er. You're a red coat, loyalist, coward, pansy. Get a clue. Just had to drop a little truth on you guys tonight. I'm sick of lies, and I'm not going to give any quarter to these lies anymore. And I've been saying this for a while. I've been doing the same thing for a while, and I'm going to keep repeating it. I hope you guys will too, because what makes people see the truth is a resounding chorus of people speaking the truth. Okay, so when you have traitors like Trump and traitors like Obama persecuting, enslaving this nation, sending out their goons to destroy and to prosecute and to imprison, that's exactly what's happening. We have to stop pretending these people are better, that they're fixing anything. I'm sick of you saying, of all of us saying, oh, it's better, so it's okay. It's not okay. It's not okay as long as there's millions of people sitting in prisons. It's not okay until the walls of every one of these corrupt prisons are opened up and all the people whose due process has been violated are set free. It's not okay until we shut it down. All right, guys, I'm going to roll. Just a few thoughts for you tonight. Speak up, stand up, don't be afraid. We're not of the spirit of fear. And we'll see how tomorrow goes. Appreciate your prayer support. If you're in the area, you're welcome to swing into the court over there. Moses Lake, Washington at 10 a.m. at the district court over there. And don't let people think that simple and true and pure words of liberty and love for neighbor, don't let them tell you that those are the foolish words, because the people telling you that, they're the raving fools. The people telling you that you're a conspiracy theorist for calling out the obvious abuses of government, they're the conspiracy theorists. They're the ones supporting the conspiracy theory. Because you know what? The people calling you conspiracy theorists are the ones arresting you and locking you away at the point of a gun, charging you with conspiracy. So really it's our police. It's our paranoid police and judges and government and all who support them. They're the fanatical tinfoil hat conspiracy nut jobs. All we're doing when we speak the truth of what's going on in this country and that we're no longer free, that we're a nation of slaves, that our Constitution isn't recognized, and that our police are terrorists, we're stating the obvious. And if you state the obvious enough, eventually people start to think of it and start to see that it is obvious. You guys have a good night. I'm going to shut this one down. Keep spreading the word. Keep speaking out. I'm going to keep trying to dial in this better system. I've actually thought about setting up an actual studio where we could do like a live show on a regular basis and just having like everything set up in there. I actually have a camera in mind that I don't use a lot anymore. Maybe setting that up in a studio environment and going that route. So you guys have a good night. Thanks for your support. And the support we really need, though, is you just need to show up. We need to just stand up, make your videos. I mean, do more. Don't just listen. Please, act. We're nearing the end here. This nation's coming unglued. It has to fall apart. And the question is, are we going to rebuild with liberty and principle, or are we just going to slip into a chaos and disappear? Have a good night, guys.